Good.
Ladies.
You got a quarterback yet?
Nope. What else you got?
And Bob, even though 2 days over, these 3 days or 4 days you have before you name your quarterback, they're still very important for a lot of guys.
For everybody, every day is important, sure. We're still trying to polish a lot of things up, so the guys are working hard.
What more do you want to do before you name a quarterback? You want to have one more scrimmage?
Going to have a few more practices, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So when we're ready, we'll say so.
How much stronger will both these quarterbacks be, both mentally and physically, going through this competition?
We'll see, but they're mentally tough guys that work hard, as is Kendall. So they'll, and I'm confident Kendall will work his way back into being a guy that we'll really like as well once he's able to get back on the field. So enough of the quarterbacks. What else? Anybody got anything else they want to know?
On the defensive side of the ball, with your additional linebackers you recruited and things, and DBs you recruited, how much can you play some of these guys in various real special teams and all these?
Well, we're looking to play most all of them, really. They're all really good players, talented. They've picked things up in a good way, and so we're getting them ready to play defense and special teams.
What kind of shape is Quincy Russell in, and do you feel like he could be ready to play by the first game?
Oh, I don't think there's any question he'll be ready to play by the first game. But he's in pretty good shape, really.
What are your initial impressions?
Very impressed with him. Very, very powerful, strong guy.
Will he play in the first game?
I don't see why he wouldn't.
Is this the first day you're able to kind of get him in pads, or is he able to do it?
No, tomorrow he'll be able to be in uppers.
What's the rule? I know they got
2 days in just helmets and shoes. 2 practices in helmets and shoes.
Was McGuire able to come back today?
Yeah, he made a couple of really nice plays. A couple of big plays up fighting for the ball.
Bob, how's Colton Bester looked through? I know in the spring he was real impressive. How's he looked so far?
Yeah, well, Colton's had a really good fall here or summer camp. He's looked really good, strong. He's in better shape, making a lot more plays.
Have you guys had an opportunity to name captains yet?
No.
Bob, you haven't had a ton of non-JUCO transfers, but the ones you've have had have generally panned out.
I haven't had a ton of
Non-JUCO transfers, like transfers from 4-year schools. You haven't had a bunch
JUCO
of
transfers. I didn't understand the non part of it.
non-JUCO. I'm not talking about JUCO transfers. I'm talking about transfers from other 4-year schools.
Oh, okay.
You haven't had a ton of them, but the ones you have had generally panned out.
Yeah.
Is that, why is it pretty good success rate? Do you think
Well,
is it
hopefully-
extensive research on
Yeah,
guys? or what?
hopefully it's our judgment in researching them and hopefully getting good information from people they've been with on the kind of people they are, that they're going to fit in and not just end up out of here too. So it's just trying to make sure it's the right fit for them.
You had good fortune with Saunders and Justin last season. When you have success with guys like that, does that make you more inclined to go that route? I assume you get contacted a bunch from guys that would like to come.
Not a bunch, but truthfully, there are some that contact us that we're not interested in having. And others, though, every situation, I guess, is just different. We evaluate everyone differently on, first, what are our needs here? If we feel really good and deep at a certain position, we are likely not to go that way. And then second, does he improve us? Is he a guy that can really make a difference for us? And if he is, then generally we go. And if there's character issues, we'd like to know about it and not go with it.
I know you said last week that you'd start game planning for ULM a little bit this week.
Well, we've already looked at them a lot. I mean, in the summer and whatnot. But we'll start on the field with them probably Thursday. Get a couple extra days.
Does that mean that you kind of get a sense of which freshmen you might play this year? What youngsters?
Yeah, we already have a sense of that.
Can you talk about some of those guys that will play?
Why don't I do this? Why don't I get them on a list? Because I'm bound to forget somebody here, and I'll get them on a list and tomorrow, say these are the guys we're likely to, and there's too many. We're looking to play a lot of them.
Bob, last year when Colton signed late, you guys the receiver position looked a lot different than it wound up looking after Justin and Jalen got to play. But how was LeColton, I guess, when he got here, how was his attitude through last year, through a time when maybe he thought he was going to play more than he wound up playing?
It was good. He just didn't have the consistency we needed, and overall, and again, I think he's pushed himself harder here to be in better shape and better condition, and I think therefore he's able to make more plays. So he's just probably worked harder mentally and physically to get himself in a position to compete at this level at a high level, and he's been doing it.
Bobby, you decided on your kickoff guy?
They both today were hitting it well into the end zone, 5 to 10 yards deep. So,
Is that Honeycutt?
yeah, and who's our other guy?
Steed or Bennett or?
Oh, geez, it escapes me. Jack hasn't been kicking them. I ought to know it. I'll get it.
Hudson?
Yeah, Hodgson.
Usually this first day of school, it's about 110 out there. I think it was only in the mid-80s today.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
You guys get to do a little bit more under those circumstances, or?
Well, we would have ran our practice the same whether it was 105 or 85. I mean, we had certain things that we wanted to get done that we're going to get done.
They seem a little fresher though?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, just like you guys walk into your car, it feels a lot better than it does when it's 105. So they feel the same way running around.
Anything you can tell us about injuries?
Everybody's back except Kendall. DJ was out there walking around practice. Looks good. Michael Noha's rehabbing really well. There hasn't been any setbacks there.
Eichert, was he back?
Gabe was running around in full uniform. I'm sure we were, smart on how much we gave him, but he was out there the whole day. So everybody's just probably one of the more, healthy, spots we've been in here at this spot in the last couple of years.
Did Ahmad have something?
I don't know what, he hasn't missed a snap since he's been here, so you got bad info there.
You still optimistic about Kendall's recovery? You were
Yeah.
Initially.
I am. Yeah, like I said, I hate that it happened for him, but it happened so early that, this season goes along. It's a long journey, with a couple of bye weeks in there, and it's a long stretch, and you never know what's going to happen with everybody else. So he's a sharp guy mentally, so we hope to have him back as soon as he's able. Okay.
Anything else? All right.